What's going on, everybody? RJ Ochoa here from SB Nation's bloggingtheboys.com, and we're back again. We have to keep meeting like this. It's so wonderful. The Dallas Cowboys getting their third win in as many games on the 2019 against the Miami Dolphins this past Sunday. Look, the Dallas Cowboys are one of the best teams in the NFL. That's right. You can believe it. It is true. I don't care that they played the Giants, that they played the Redskins, that they played the Dolphins. We are talking about one of the best teams and amazingly one of the best offenses in the National Football League. The Cowboys beating the Dolphins 31-6. It was a great final score, but it didn't really feel that way early on. You know, the first half of this game was kind of disgusting, if we're being honest. It kind of felt like, when you look at this game in retrospect, like you ever go have a burger and just eat all the fries first and then ultimately save the burger for last? That's kind of how this game was. At halftime, the Cowboys were leading Miami 10-6, and people were freaking out. Cowboys fans were rioting. Cowboys fans were wondering, where was all this offense that we've gotten accustomed to over the previous 2 weeks? Well, guess what? The Cowboys, they got together in the locker room, and according to DeMarcus Lawrence, they had a plan. It was a pretty short one, but it seems like they put it to effect.
What was said at half? Because I know you guys didn't start this game particularly the way you wanted.
They ass, period.
So DeMarcus Lawrence and the Cowboys headed out of the locker room at AT&T Stadium to go do that in the second half, and it was pretty successful performance if you ask me. The Cowboys won the third quarter 14-0 if you're looking at individual quarters, and it's important to note that because this season the third quarter has been spectacular for the Dallas Cowboys. It's actually been spectacular for Dak Prescott individually. Last season, throughout all of 2018, the Dallas Cowboys had a minus 16-point differential in the third quarter. That's a big quarter for them. This season, through 3 games, the Dallas Cowboys have a plus 25-point differential in the third quarter. That's absurd. They have a plus 53-point differential in terms of all quarters combined. This is a good thing, but while talking about the third quarter, it's important to note exactly how impressive they've been because of how impressive Dak Prescott has been. Dak Prescott is literally, and I'm talking like Rob Lowe in Parks and Rec, literally, Dak Prescott is literally perfect in the third quarter of the season. Dak Prescott is 22 of 22 in the third quarter. He has thrown for 384 yards in the third quarter. He has thrown for 3 touchdowns in the third quarter. On Sunday against the Miami Dolphins, he even ran in a touchdown. Dak Prescott is, again, literally perfect in the third quarter this season. But this game was about more than Dak Prescott. This game was about the run game. The Dallas Cowboys had not one, but 2 100-yard runners. That's why Zeke Elliott kept on getting fed by the Dallas Cowboys, and he decided to share. You ever get too much? Maybe that burger from earlier, you gotta split it in half, hand it off to somebody. That's what Zeke Elliott did. He and Tony Pollard both went over 100 yards on the ground. Tony Pollard even got into the end zone. It was a lot of fun to see the rookie dance and celebrate for the first time as a member of the Dallas Cowboys. It was the first time since 1998 that the Dallas Cowboys had 2 different rushers accumulate over 100 yards on the ground. That was 21 years ago. Zeke and Tony Pollard were little babies back then. It's crazy how much time's changed, and it's crazy how many things kind of come together when you're moving and grooving on offense. The Cowboys are 3-0, and this is a really important place to be. We've talked about this for a long time. The Cowboys have some hard games coming up on their schedule. They still have to host the Green Bay Packers. They still have to play the Philadelphia Eagles twice. They still have to go and take on the New England Patriots. They got to play the Rams in December. You have to win the winnable games. You have to stack them all on top of each other, because when December comes, you're going to need those. You're going to need that room for error, and it certainly helps when you get help from outside of your own building when teams like the Philadelphia Eagles lose. What a great Sunday. Am I right? The Cowboys are undefeated, and this Sunday they'll be in New Orleans to take on the Saints and Teddy Bridgewater, who got their own win in Week 3. Are the Cowboys going to be prepared? I think so, because the Cowboys have Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper has caught 4 touchdowns in 3 games with the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys traded for Amari Cooper on October 22nd, 2018. Do you know that since then, the Dallas Cowboys are 10-2 in regular season games? They're 1-1 in the playoffs. But the Cowboys, effectively, if you want to count the playoffs, which you should, are 13-3 in games that Amari Cooper has played. That is unbelievable. Cowboys Saints this Sunday on NBC, Sunday Night Football. Al Chris, the best on TV. It's going to be a great time. I'm excited. I hope you are too. We're going to have a lot of fun things planned this week at bloggingtheboys.com, so make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to the Blogging the Boys podcast feed, where you can hear us talk about America's team, and more importantly, make sure that you subscribe right here to the Blog and the Boys YouTube channel, where you can watch me, you can watch film breakdowns, you can have a good time, because that's what we're all here for. So make sure you have a great week, and we'll see you next time.